loaded up the Highwaymen in the Cadillac, and we are now live in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. And what we came to do is, because I'm tired of Damage Inc. looking for us, we came here to look for you, Damage Inc. I don't see you. Are you underneath this? No. Bottom line, I think you boys are scared. You're nowhere in your hometown of Philadelphia. And bottom line, on Saturday, April the 15th in Kaiser, West Virginia, I doubt very surely if you're going to show up there. Ain't that right, big man?
We've been to the Vet. We've been to the Spectrum. Hell, I even ran up and down the Rocky Steps 4 or 5 times trying to find you boys. I don't know where you're hiding out at. It doesn't matter, because whether we find you or not, everything's going to remain the same. We're still going to be the champs. And you guys are still going to be people trying to be what we are. And that's first class, first rate, heavyweight tag team champions. Right, Machine?
That's right, Leslie. Gino, you know, Big Nasty, Slayer, you guys for months now have been reading the book that we wrote on tag team wrestling. You're hoping that someday you're going to be worthy of holding these belts. But by God, you're not going to be able to take them from the Highwaymen. Maybe somebody else down the road, but we look to be the CPW Tag Team Champions for a long, long time, so you better get something else on your agendas.
April 15th, Kaiser, West Virginia in the CPW Arena. Boys, you better not show up. Come here, son. Are you in here? Hey, Slayer! Nasty! They're nowhere to be found.
Good Friday for us, bad Friday for you.
Guys, I need to ask a big favor from the both of y'all. I just got done talking to Spike Callahan. I wanted to request a match with me and a tag partner of my choosing against the Outcast. But the only way I could choose that is if y'all are deciding to, okay, let them be a tag team, because y'all are the ones who made them split up as a tag team. Because I'm getting tired of them beating me up every single month I come here to CPW, and I want to finish that today. Can y'all please do this one big favor for me?
Yeah, you want them, Bobby, go ahead.
Go for it.
Seriously?
Go for it.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, definitely.
Kick their asses.
Hey.
The Outcasts are getting back together?
Yeah. Just go home.
Well, you know what? We got better things to worry about tonight.
Alright.
Well, Highwaymen, you exactly came up to Philadelphia to look for us. Obviously, you didn't look hard enough. I think it's kind of funny. You know what? You two boys couldn't even find Philadelphia if you were sitting in Camden, New Jersey. Okay, guess what? You got something we want. Today, we are going to take our gold back from you. No more messing around, no more Gino San Martino interfering. Tonight, we're going to kick your ass, take our belts, and that's that. We've had enough of you. Obviously, you can't beat us. You haven't beat us. You got lucky once. Since then, our shoulders have never been pinned after that. You got lucky once. Now, we're coming back for our gold. It's just that simple. Tell them, big man.
Yeah. You came up to Philly looking for us? You know what? We weren't hiding from you. You just didn't look in the right places. You probably went down on Vine Street looking for where all the, the gays are or whatever. Yeah.
Let me guess. You boys were hanging around 13th and Spruce, huh, pal?
Yeah.
Guess what? You didn't come to our neighborhood. You didn't come to Kensington. You didn't come to South Philly. You didn't come looking for us up in Philly. So don't hand us that. You want no part of us. But tonight, we're going to give you more than you can handle. Trust us on that. We're taking our gold back tonight. We're done messing with you guys. It's on. It's over and done with. We're taking our gold home tonight. Let's go, big man.
Yeah.
Actually.
Introducing first the challengers, weighing in a combined weight of 586 pounds, here's Damage Incorporated!
Hello again, wrestling fans. I'm Chris Bradley alongside Alex Young. A very special episode of Showdown this afternoon from the Kaiser Fire Hall as the CPW Tag Team Titles are on the line.
Yep, we got Damage Inc. who are going for the third title reign, going up against the awesome champions, the Highwaymen.
Well, here they are, Big Nasty and Slayer of Damage Incorporated. The crowd definitely solidly behind the challengers. Just last month, here in this very building, Damage Inc. and the Highwaymen squared off on opposite sides of a six-man tag. Damage Inc.'s team emerged victorious that they have had their problems with the Highwaymen over the past 10 months.
Yeah, well, the Highwaymen, I mean, you got the huge guy in Leslie Leatherman who's like, what, 6'6", 500 pounds, something like that. I mean, just outrageous. And a very muscular Jake the Machine Davis. I mean, Highwaymen are not slouches. It's going to take everything Damage Inc.'s got to be able to beat them.
Well, and let's not forget, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Buddha. I was going to remind everyone that these men, the CPW Tag Team Champions, broke Big Nasty's arm, a hairline fracture, back at Holiday Havoc, and that's one of the reasons why Damage Inc. so anxious to return to face the Highwaymen here at the Kaiser Fire Hall.
And Leslie Leatherman noticing our cameraman wearing a Highwayman shirt of all things, you know? It's good to see that our cameraman have good taste in wrestlers.
Good to see our cameraman being intimidated by one half of the CPW Tag Team Champions. Gino Sammartino brought the Highwaymen in the CPW. This is their second reign as Tag Team Champions. They regained the belts in January over in Paw Paw. And, you know, in terms of sheer wrestling ability, this might be the best tag team in CPW history. But they're also the dirtiest.
No, they take several showers a day. They are not dirty at all.
They are perhaps the most unscrupulous, the most ruthless team in CPW history.
You make it sound like that's a bad thing.
Well, yes, it is, actually. And Leatherman talking trash here. He's got the CPW tag title belts. You know, just last year, Gino Sammartino brought the Highwaymen back together. There's Mr. Warmth right there. And he's got a team there that, you know, I mean, they've competed in other promotions. They have dominated every other promotion they've been in. And they have definitely held their own here in CPW. They plan to have these titles for a long time.
Well, no one ever plans to hold on to the title for just a really short time.
I suppose that's true. Referee Mike DiMuzio checking the challengers, Damage Incorporated. Fans, while he's doing that, we will be back in Paw Paw at the Paw Paw School, Alex Young's favorite building, on Saturday night, May the 20th for CPW Breaking Point. And what a main event just announced on the CPW website. Ricky Morton of the Rock and Roll Express taking on beautiful Bobby Eaton, formerly of the Midnight Express. One of the great rivalries in professional wrestling coming to CPW.
And you know, I'm actually willing to go to Paw Paw to see that match. I mean, got two great legends from the old NWA, WCW era, you know, wrestling each other in Paw Paw.
Well, that is something you don't see every day. Only when CPW comes to town. Actually, that could be one of the best matches of the year, but this could also be one of the best matches of the year as Mike DiMuzio holds up the prestigious CPW Tag Team Titles. And one of these teams is going to be very disappointed at the night's end. The last time these two squared off in Romney, they brawled all over the building, Alex.
Yeah, I didn't think the referee was just totally lost. I mean, he wasn't expecting people just be brawling on stage in the crowd. They were just all over the place.
Well, we're hoping for a winner, but you know anything can happen when these four men and the fifth man on the outside get together. And the fans admiring the show of whatever it was between the Highwaymen.
Admiration.
And the manager, Gino Sammartino. You know, some teams pray before a big event. The Highwaymen and Gino Sammartino hug. Not that there's anything wrong with that. All right, well, Gino Sammartino trading insults with the crowd. Oh, wait a minute. Now Jake Davis is threatening to leave. And, you know, this is more mind games, knowing full well that the CPW Tag Team titles, like all titles in CPW, cannot change hands on a count-out.
Hey, smart thinking, why wrestle if you don't have to?
Well, if they lose, I mean, a count-out is still a loss. They don't want to lose to Damage Incorporated again. Excuse me. Well, they lost them last month. but a loss here definitely puts the Highwaymen in a hole.
Yeah, but no, as long as they stay off the gold, that's all that matters.
Wrestling fans, Mr. Leatherman informed me to announce that the Highwaymen will not be wrestling tonight unless you fans apologize for hurting Jake Davis' feelings.
Well, we're going to be here a while, Alex. I hope the standby match is ready, because I don't think the fans are going to apologize for hurting Jake Davis's feelings. There's Big Leslie trying to console his tag team partner.
Wrestling Mike Miller said if you do not get in the ring to wrestle, you will be forfeiting your belt to Danish Inc. and face possible fines and suspension.
Well, yeah, that is a good point by Mike DeMuzio. The bell hasn't rung to start the match yet, so if the Highwaymen don't start the match, they're going to forfeit.
No, wait, that's not right. You can't just go around changing rules like that. Mike DeMuzio doesn't have that power.
The Highwaymen, yes, he does. The Highwaymen have to get in the ring before they can officially be a part of this match and have a title defense. And, you know, frankly, I mean, the Highwaymen look kind of befuddled. They don't know what to do here.
Well, I mean, I guess they're going to have to wrestle now.
Well, Jake Davis enters the ring and leaves the ring. And Slayer's not impressed. Big Nasty not impressed. These great fans in Kaiser who came here to see the CPW Tag Team titles get defended, came here to see two of the best teams in professional wrestling in this area, are a little disappointed.
Yeah, well, I mean, it looks like they're going to wrestle. We saw Leslie Leatherman running back and forth there, you know, trying to keep his body warm. Because, you know, that's the thing. When you have a team like Damage Inc. that just keeps stalling and stalling and stalling, you got to keep your body warm.
Stalling? They're the ones in the ring. The Highwaymen are the ones circling and running around. And, you know, next month in Pawpaw, Jake the Machine Davis and Gino Sammartino have a problem because Switchblade will be making his return to Championship Pro Wrestling. And I don't think Switchblade's going to stand for a lot of stalling on the part of Jake Davis and Gino Sammartino as Jake Davis gets thrown across the ring and out to the floor.
I think there's a hair pull there.
I don't think he can get enough off of the hair to throw someone across the ring.
No, he clearly grabbed Jake's hair.
What did he use to grab Jake's hair? A pair of tweezers? Come on. Well, Jake the Machine Davis and his quarter-inch of stubble on top of his head gets back on the ring apron. And if he shoves Mike DeMuzio, that's probably not such a good idea either. Anyway, Davis taking his time. And there he is coming back in over the top rope. Slayer is waiting for him. And a lot of opponents don't know how to deal with Slayer. Slayer has that low center of gravity. He's built like a fire plug. He's difficult to damage. Well, there you go. Jake Davis pushes Slayer back. Oh, and Slayer throws Jake Davis across the ring again. This time Jake has the common sense to hang on to the middle rope.
Oh, see, Jake there, he's saying that, you know, Slayer grabbed his shirt and threw him back.
I don't think that happened. I think the crowd is informing Jake that is in fact not what happened. And, you know, when you're engaged in a battle of wits with a 12-year-old, that's particularly telling. Normally it would be Gino Sammartino engaged in the battle of wits with a 12-year-old. But that's not happening here tonight. Oh, and now Jake's testing the ropes. You know, why not wrestle this team? Here we go, lock up. Jake Davis gets the leverage, and he pulled a little hair there as he moved Slayer back into the corner. And referee Mike DeMuzio forcing the break. Slayer, oh no! Gets a shot of his own and another punch to the midsection. And Jake Davis trapped up against the turnbuckle. And he's getting walloped by Slayer, tagging to Big Nasty. And Jake Davis takes a powder.
Nothing wrong with that. No, if things aren't going your way, go outside, catch your breath, then get back in.
Well, I can get behind that, you know, on a limited basis. They can't be out there all night. They're not going to be able to win this match out on the floor. And DeMuzio counting out Jake Davis, although I think Jake is just taking full advantage of the 10 count. Big Nasty trying to get DeMuzio to count faster. I don't think that'll work.
You saying that Mike can't count any faster?
Mike is not going to adjust his count depending on the wrestlers in the ring. Oh, the crowd really getting on Jake Davis. And the tag made to big Leslie Leatherman. There's Leatherman and Nasty. No strangers to each other. Also on the lineup for Pawpaw, I'd like to point out, as we lock up here, Cody McGraw taking on Jackpot Jimmy Jessup in a Boardwalk Brawl weapons match. Cody in his hometown of Pawpaw. I don't know what sort of weapons they'll have around the ring, but I think the tactical advantage there would have to favor the veteran Jackpot Jimmy.
There's a boardwalk in Pawpaw?
I don't think so, but there's one in Atlantic City, which is the hometown of Jackpot Jimmy Jessup. But don't you read these memos? How can you not know what matches have been signed for Pawpaw?
We get memos?
Alex Young, ladies and gentlemen. Leslie Leatherman, this time he is pulling the hair, and you can see it as he backs Nasty into the corner. On a forearm shot to the chest, and another that could cave in the chest of a normal man. Nasty, not a normal man. Whip into the ropes, and a clothesline. And Leatherman is staggered. He is looking, he's in the wrong part of town. Nasty going for the cover, and gets a 2 count. And this time it's Leatherman heading out to the floor, and the Highwaymen just have not been able to get untracked here on CPW Showdown.
Give it time. They'll come around. Like I said, they're out there. Gino's telling them what to do, try and get them to regroup, change their game plan. Very smart thinking.
Well, after we're done here, the next stop is Romney, where both Leatherman and Davis have singles matches, and Damage Inc. has another tag match. This is a very strenuous schedule, being here at the top level of Championship Pro Wrestling. And here comes Leatherman, and the crowd hasn't shut up since the last time they were getting on the Highwaymen. Leatherman wants a Greco-Roman knuckle lock. Oh, he goes to the eyes. Well, there you go. That's the sort of classy wrestling we can expect from our tag team champions.
Yeah, I think it's about time you admitted that the Highwaymen are classy wrestlers.
I didn't say what kind of class. Leatherman choking Nasty against the ropes. And Jake Davis gets in a knee from the outside. Oh, Leatherman with a big charge into the corner. And now it's 2-on-1 as Mike DiMuzio tied up with Slayer. Slayer needs to get back outside and let DiMuzio do his job. And there's Nasty getting choked in the corner. And Highwaymen running the risk of getting disqualified here. As, here we go again. Oh, Davis really lining up. Lays in another forearm. The Highwaymen hard hitting and big and tough and both good technical wrestlers. Although they seldom get to use their technical wrestling skills.
They use whatever works to their advantage at the time. Right now, brawling works for them. They're going to use it.
Well, we've talked about this before. I would hesitate before getting into a brawl against Damage Inc. because that is what they do best. Leatherman has Big Nasty down. Oh, and a headbutt to the extreme lower midsection. Covered by Leatherman. And a 2 count. That was close. That was close to being a not very exciting but thorough title defense for the Highwaymen. And a break of the boot to the eyes. I don't know. I don't know how CPW is going to deal with these guys if they refuse to follow the rules. Tag into Jake Davis.
They're following all the rules. If they weren't following the rules, the referee would have disqualified them by now.
Oh, Jake Davis, beautiful slingshot flip leg drop into the no. I thought he had him as he flipped it over the top rope, and another 2 count. And Jake Davis, if Jake Davis had hooked the leg, he might have already had a 3 count. We might already be moving on to the next match.
Yeah, but this just gives Jake more time to dish out more punishment.
Tag into Leatherman. We've only got a 45-minute time limit here. If the match does not get completed here on this episode of Showdown, we will show the rest of it on our next episode in 2 weeks. But I don't think Big Nasty has 2 weeks. Big Nasty getting wishboned, and that's that's as cheap a double team move as you're going to get. And he goads Slayer into coming into the ring. Mike DiMuzio cuts off Slayer. Leatherman gets nasty up with a body slam, an impressive feat of strength no matter who you are. And what's Leatherman going to do now? Oh, he drops the big elbow, the cover, and a 2, and he had the shoulders covered, did not bother to hook the leg.
No, it was just a slow count there by DiMuzio.
Well, that's the exact same count we saw right there. And Leatherman telling DiMuzio he needs a new prescription as he goes for another cover. No. Leslie Leatherman cannot put Big Nasty away. They're going to have to come up with another tactic.
Well, I mean, you just beat on him some more, you know. As tough as guy as Big Nasty is, you know, there's got to be a breaking point for him, you know. There's got to be a point where he can only take so much damage and just gives up.
Oh, and a beautiful double team move. He slammed Jake Davis on top of Nasty and still only a 2 count. Oh, and I thought he had him there. No. And speaking of breaking point, May 20th, Paw Paw, Ricky Morton, Bobby Eaton. Tickets on sale now at the Paw Paw School. Headbutt to the lower back. This is a new tactic for Jake Davis. Well, now we know why. He's locking in that reverse chin lock, and he's got the weight on that lower back that he just softened up.
Hey, you know, there are pretty much 2 places that you can really hurt a big guy, the knees and the back. You know, they've tried the knees before, weren't too successful, so they're going after the back this time.
Well, I understand the strategy, but I don't see, I mean, you can weaken the back. I don't see Big Nasty ever giving up, ever saying, I quit. Although Jake is cranking that chin lock in pretty good. And Slayer coming in to break it up. No, to cut off by Mike DiMuzio. And Jake Davis uses the opportunity to tag in Leslie Leatherman. Leatherman with a stop to the midsection.
You know, with a friends like Slayer, who needs enemies?
Well, Slayer just trying to help his partner, but Mike DiMuzio got in the way. I mean, he did force a break of the hold, but now Leatherman and Davis working over Big Nasty. Gino Sammartino calls the signals there in the Highwaymen corner.
And, you know, he is very good at that, you know. He knows exactly where the weaknesses are of his opponents, and he will tell the Highwaymen know what to do and how to do it, and it works.
Well, I don't think the Highwaymen necessarily need the assistance of Gino Sammartino, but oh, he's got Nasty up. Samoa drop on Big Nasty. Jake Davis off the top rope, timing headbutt. That ought to do it. The cover. Oh, Big Nasty got his foot on the bottom rope. Otherwise, that would have been it for Damage Incorporated this afternoon.
No, I am impressed with Leatherman's strength here. I mean, that's twice he's picked up Big Nasty, who's, he's got to be at least 300 pounds, right?
Absolutely. And armbar locked in. And let's look at an abdominal stretch here. Oh, he's using the point of the elbow to grind into the ribs of Big Nasty. Good, solid technique. That was perfectly legal. But that's not legal. Gino Sammartino providing leverage from outside the ring. And DiMuzio needs to get over there and force a break.
He was just holding Jake's hand for good luck.
Either way, not legal. Leatherman coming into the ring. DiMuzio correctly cuts off Leatherman, but there's Gino again. Second time he's done it, and that's just going to add more weight and more leverage to the hold. Finally, Jake Davis breaks the hold. He goes back to the back of Big Nasty, and I don't know how much longer Big Nasty's going to last at this pace.
As I'm saying, keep this up. Eventually, his body's got to give. I mean, if I were Nasty, I would just give in right now. Why risk your body getting seriously damaged?
Well, he's got sort of a cravat move there as he puts the knee in the back, and Jake Davis makes the tag to Leatherman. Nasty's not going to get a moment's peace, and Leatherman takes over the hold, and that is additional weight on the back from big Leslie Leatherman, who has to weigh in the 330, 340 pound range.
Yeah, that was a very smart move there. They didn't break the hold on Nasty. They just switched it off from one person to the other. I mean, so they keep the pressure on Nasty. That was very smart wrestling.
And he sits down on the back of Big Nasty. Nobody's saying the Highwaymen aren't smart, aren't good wrestlers. Slayer forces the break here. but they cheat. They use double team tactics. They use illegal moves, and they use that third man on the outside.
I think you're just jealous of him.
Oh, Big Nasty's not jealous of them. He's fighting back. I don't know how Big Nasty getting the strength to fight back and trade punches with Leatherman. Leatherman goes to the eyes, and nothing will slow you down faster than a thumb to the eye.
Well, you know, maybe a brick wall.
Side Russian leg sweep. Down goes Nasty. Leatherman with a cover. And another 2 count. Big Nasty kicks out. Leslie Leatherman doesn't believe it. Leatherman is using his body weight to hold him down. It's still only a 2 count. He has not got that right shoulder. There he goes. Holding the right shoulder. Wait a minute. Nasty's got leverage. He had Leatherman rolled up, but Jake Davis made the save.
Hey, smart move. I mean, I didn't see you complaining about when Slayer was coming in and making the save, so now Jake does it.
I didn't complain. Did you hear me complain about that? However, you're only supposed to be able to save your partner once during a match. At least that used to be the rules. Double clothesline. Both wrestlers are down.
Come on, Nasty. Come on, guys.
And I know Nasty's got to be exhausted. Leatherman took the brunt of that clothesline. If Mike DiMuzio makes the count, it's going to be a double count out. The Highwaymen keep the belts.
Yeah, Leatherman, I mean, big, strong guy. However, you know, big guys, they don't have quite the stamina, so one move like that can really knock you down.
Well, Leatherman makes the tag to Jake Davis. Jake Davis with a kick to the back. And that slowed down. Wait, Nasty still got over to make the tag to Slayer. Jake Davis did not follow up, and Slayer's in the ring. Whip into the ropes and a clothesline. Second clothesline, down goes Leatherman. Slayer, all that pent-up aggression after being in the corner for over 10 minutes. Lift and a sidewalk slam. And he has Jake Davis, and here comes Gino. Here comes Gino Sammartino with a chain. Gino Sammartino with a chain to the head of Slayer. Jake Davis, and he's pulling Jake Davis on top. Where's DiMuzio? What's DiMuzio doing? The legal men are in the ring.
Hey, you know, there's chaos, and he's making sure everyone's okay.
No, Slayer kicks out. Slayer kicks out of the chain shot to the head, and this match continues. Leslie Leatherman and Big Nasty, they're on the outside. And Leatherman coming back in through the ring. He's not the legal man. It's 2-on-1. DiMuzio needs to get Leatherman out of the ring. Leatherman's got Slayer. He's setting up Slayer. Slayer with a low blow. DiMuzio didn't see it. And we have 3 men in the ring. And wait a minute, there's Jake Davis. Well, Jake is the legal man. Oh, a 2 count. And DiMuzio just now noticing that Gino had pulled Jake Davis's leg over to the ropes for leverage. Here we go, Slayer down in the ring. Nasty not near his corner. And Slayer is just taking a beating. Wait, referee Patrick Lawson is here. Hold on a moment. Referee Patrick Lawson is here. And he's telling... Wait, and DiMuzio's coming out to confer with Lawson, and what do we have going on in the ring? Our referees are arguing. And while this is going on, Leatherman sets up Slayer. Pile driver! The pile driver! Leatherman has Slayer down!
And DiMuzio's in non-position. This should be over.
It is over! Leatherman pile drive Slayer, gets the pin. The Highwaymen successfully defend the CPW Tag Team Titles. What a mess that was. I can't believe it. Patrick Lawson trying to stop Gino Sammartino from using the chain, and instead, Leatherman gets the illegal pile driver move. He wasn't even the legal man. What's going on now? The Highwaymen have grabbed the belts, but the referees are still conferring. And Patrick Lawson, he's signaling. I think he's signaling that he wants to disqualify Gino. They're going over to the ring announcer.
Wait a minute. Lawson's not the referee in charge of this match. It's DiMuzio. DiMuzio made the count. Referee's decision is final.
minute. Lawson is ordering a restart of the match, and DeMuzio agrees. We have more wrestling here. The match is not over.
This is not right. Lawson is way overstepping his bounds here. This is a catastrophe, I tell you. Catastrophe.
Well, it's not necessarily a catastrophe, because there's Leslie Leatherman in the ring, and there's Slayer in the ring. And Leatherman's got that chain. Oh, low blow by Slayer. The referees are out. Slayer's got the chain. Slayer with a right hand using the chain on Leatherman. And he hides the chain on Leatherman's body. And Slayer pins Leatherman. We have new CPW Tag Team Champions.
What the? Wait, we have clear video evidence here of Slayer using a foreign object on Leslie Leatherman. No. Disqualify, Damage Inc. No. Highwaymen should still be the champions.
Well, both the referees agree. Damage Inc. scores the victory. Damage Inc., Slayer, and Nasty leave Kaiser this afternoon. 3-time CPW Tag Team Champions after one of the wildest matches I've seen in a long time.
This is just horrible. I mean, what kind of referees is it? You know, they let one team cheat but not another. Lawson and DeMuzio, they should be fired. They should be out on the streets.
Well, both teams actually cheated a lot, but that's not important now. What is important? Damage Inc., the tag team champions here in Kaiser. Fans, we got a lot to catch you up on in the CPW Event Center. When we return on the next episode of Showdown, oh boy, what a dandy we're going to have for you. Fans, what a great match we just saw here on Showdown. Now we move to the next item on the agenda. Saturday night, May the 20th, 7:30 p.m. bell time. CPW returns to the Paw Paw School in Paw Paw, West Virginia. 422 Moser Avenue. It's CPW Breaking Point. In our main event, 20 years in the making. The rivalry continues. Rock and Roll Express Ricky Morton, Midnight Express Beautiful Bobby Eaton. They've battled across the country. Now they're coming to Paw Paw. First time ever in CPW. Ricky Morton versus Bobby Eaton in our main event. Plus, the return of the former 3-time CPW Heavyweight Champion, Switchblade. He's looking for revenge against Gino Sammartino. He will face one of Gino's top wrestlers, Jake the Machine Davis, one-on-one. And in a boardwalk brawl weapons match, the rivalry between Paw Paw's own Sergeant Cody McGraw and Atlantic City's jackpot Jimmy Jessup will be decided one way or another. There must be a winner in Paw Paw. Plus, we'll also see hijinks one-on-one with Leslie Leatherman. Damage Incorporated defends the CPW Tag Team Titles against the Southern Assault Squad. The West Virginia Heavyweight Champion, Bill Bain. The Outcasts, Bobby Fonta, Nikki the Bull, Johnny Logan. All the top wrestlers in CPW on their way to Paw Paw. And don't forget, Saturday night, June the 10th, we return to Moorfield High School in Moorfield, West Virginia, as CPW presents Tough All Over. 7:30 p.m. bell time, we make our return to Moorfield.